Eti travel ban ne beba. Ni ase da bay e de ne si. Na ye wo ha na Donald Trump ko ka asem bi. Na fe ma mi omoku. Dani Fatoso. Na ma mi omoku de true so say Ghana is considering. We will also Donald Trump better yanka. Ko kan be kan ye. Mami. At the right time we will take action. Vice President warns of Trump's say US aid. Omo mad aid to no man na Trump is we twam. Ave omo musika ndi biu. Ave yo na Vice President say Donald Trump at the right time we will take action. Yes, you ko kan be kan ye. Mami. Ebe ni ho na wo kan be kan ye. Trump nso abodam. Ko kan be kan ye. Mami. Enti emso ya na Trump se mo form to asem we ya ka me punish o. Afa yo wa na honorable John his excellency Malam John Yohani Malam Yohani nso say and I know South African president wa call America ma Donald Trump Jojo no enti ene Trump's unfounded attack on Cyril Ramaphosa was an insult to all Africans. Yes, John Yohane. Yohane ne mami o. General. Ohene. Yo ekeka bani o. Ya be bane Ghana fo obi antimi nko America. Enti omo ye no. Ana ya sako wie se. Se onu obi wo diplomatic relations. You don't get hostile to yes anybody. Me ba be ka kire say ade na okuje to abla kwa ye no. E wo repercussions. Exactly. E wo implications bi. Se otimi sori a na wa close wo embassy say because enkrofo ye adwuma ho no MPP 40 ye pay enkrofo akoshe it's matum ma shutting it down on the orders of Amatela ma shutting it down. We don't do that in diplomatic circles. Precisely. The moment you shut down your embassy, it is a hostile relationship you have with the hosting nation. Let them know. So the host nation for your embassy and your US government. And when you take such actions without having to engage them, whether through note verbals or through proper writings, it is perceived as a hostile relationship you have with them. And I'm going to say, Washington for a man be breed, there is evidence to that effect. And go for a break him. Sabes Akurana or Maya no Munya. Etiabaya sabu ye serious. Oba ye was wa kwa lanche Black Star event in one wine. Oba se nkrofo ba. Meanwhile Washington, baby nkrofo, she can black community all over the world. I when it was a mirror of justice. You can black community all over the world. Okuje to black wa. America has the largest financial power to come and invest. After okuje to black wa. Yetewa was baby nkrofo ne betimi anya invest abakuru mu. Shutting it down. So I'm tria for visa. 6 weeks, 7 weeks in it. Echo 3 months. All because of your recklessness.
My grandma just died in Jamaica. I am devastated. I want to go home for her funeral and I can't because of the Ghanaian embassy in Washington, D.C. I hope this message finds all Ghanaians and especially the Ghanaian embassy. I sent off my passport over 6 weeks ago to the Ghanaian embassy in Washington, D.C. to get my Ghanaian visa renewed. It has now been 6 weeks later and I have not received my passport. I have called the embassy, nobody answers the phone. I have emailed them, nobody answers an email. And when I'm online trying to get an update from their chat representative, they are telling me they cannot help me. You promised, and I paid for a 15 to 20 day service. It is now 6 weeks later. I have emailed you stressing that I have a death in my family and I need to get home. And nobody can give me an update on where my passport is. This is unacceptable.
Where unacceptable. General, what by bro for you say? What the visa application akotum? Washington. Why ya ma? If so kuja to say we no na dwene mu no. We shutting it down. Time open will be. What kind of irresponsibility is this and recklessness is this? Is that how governance is done?
him.
Because nkofo ye adwuma on perceived to be MPP. Ti ese pe reason bi pamo mu nyina. Nia de ndisi fokugo.
Exactly.
And then wo no se manfo ni ntu kwamra. Black communities in the year of return echi wo mmra. Baby on benya visa so kura no ye. So obi nso tua visa fee mawa. Ono wo contractual relationship.
Precisely.
And when you are not able to honor that contractual relationship without any proper communication, you have breached the contract. So a breach of psychological contract. And you sit there, and this is our foreign minister.
Educate.
And so Kufa to so what can brofuri nyina e kire said obesia your foreign ministry na wait. Washington you. And when the nam so mad Donald Trump say, and your 36 countries, you know, but when you say Ghana, mun serious to the more beka home to all consider. I don't know. And yama mu ye nyina ma the brand Ghana no in the eyes of the diaspora no. Yama tantan sa. It imagine say black American be and now say African American be so womra. Now we apply for visa. Now 6 weeks in 7 weeks. Onyaye. Most of them communicate here. Agoja. Ne papa muni. Where ni amemu no. Afem be kan mate om 2 minute hwe man. Ye be di mate ma dia. Kofa kofi paka wo se. Paka wo mo sandu sika no a. Say manya antie se. Mu di mate mo ye sanem kakra. One district, one factory. Wonya bi amambi. Ese me nuano mama mu nya adwuma Saddick Adam se wodi matem kakra e ba bedru amambi tuantu so dudu ese adwuma de memmo nya bia ye pa
Jijishom kotu mu
omba jiji ase kotu ni na omu di matem na be sesan de bayi
sesan hwe ohene
me se me bosi me ya de na ma ban kura de na me de no me am party kura de na me de no Sata mo bojem so kadachio ye hunu su bida kadachio ene na hwe mo dia kadachio no ko nya credible mo hwirim sa nya credible obi onya credible na munya ne voice kasatia na aban ebo munya ne voice o kasatia na aban munya bibo
na
Steve Wonder eti mo amopa America ko no ba bia be na we me yira send me warning o se just Dennis nko an ka encourage ma call on wo na abeba ha eso ya assignment na ni adaje abeba ha ma me uka ho
fire
me huna mani o agoja eti yanya ni amra sharafa asem so
wo fase sharaf Roman father sharaf
dedi kan agoja
ohene
bo kofi ayikwadwo sha dem bo ojaye ne kakra na ye fam break
hwe ojaye
dani hwe me ne anko ne ade na ngosi hwe
Amo fire. Foul. Amo fire. Foul. Amo fire. Foul. Amo fire. Foul.
Okay. Amo fire. Alright. Baby anya di. Ana mo say dem akoka sharaf asem. Enti dia bayi. Yanti bida. Boxers ne se dia yi. Ma men kan boxing ho asem. Na sports journalist fo no se dia yi. Ma men kan sports ho asem. Ana morning show fo ne yetuetu ska mo no. O mo didi katechi atem. Because ma akoka sharaf asem. Na sharaf de moja chan adui na ho ahwan. Ojonso de crude oil. Magana. Kimi anka oni Mahama asem. Akufo ado bade e betimi aka wona na mamamuo mu a there is a problem with it. Nemo mu se Mahama ba ene na mamamuo ni mu a there is no problem with it.
Precisely.
You picture free so. I'm not against or no boy no.
Never.
I am not against him. Let's state that record's clear. It's not about the guy.
Exactly.
And make some catch it out. No offer. And then neck down. So now I'm going to confidence so because I'm into me train and offer. It confidence so buy, And my say, when you are bano, Lordina, the men can assemb you. Tomorrow, Lordina, men can assemble for a while. And was I didn't offer a seed, dear, but to me, come and make you.
Roman father.
And to go confidence. Oh, guys was even over that was be you free. And they say no. Confidence in your balodina ne. We know. Sharaf for dear. May you are more free. Just down Crawford and your man will can be school. Why? Eti nya Sharaf. Nemo na kontani dem uniform wenye. John dem uniform. Confidence so mabiu e ma wa kontami uniform wenye. If so malam Yohane do na ebu man. Ti me uniform a. And I know say me me nua asafo JNDC kasa. Ono so won so yi president ma am free na say na me uniform say. Esa fo je anti enye yi won na ebu man ti afi wo mo se makobisa se Sharaf nya sika wai na no kura no hwe passing comment me ya na me am ka se won ba betwuma da pa eti ye nyai afi ebinum so Sharaf ne papa ne papa nua na Ibrahim Mahama no mu we sika deda na ku for de no mo ne busuafo no kube na no mo bo ansa no mo ba ba mu ahu na obi ane na na ba ye chief justice ekufado na ne papa ye chief justice of the republic ekufado edo ekufado who ye chief justice of the republic ekufado papa ba ye president of the republic what's the say nipa no money what it takes to open a restaurant
precisely
tie de make yi hypocrisy be kumo
pound for pound
mo hypocrisy be kumo
exactly so
ebebo mu tri so eno ye ka bi tie ekufado de no because it was wrong
precisely
this whole idea say ye to abama obi a deck na busuafo ne namu saa and as a nation we are accepting that nonsense as a norm. Exactly. What nation is this? Ya to abama obi all of a sudden be na yirate foundation na why omo opposition who foundation da na yirate foundation no na odin nam private companies so mumra me support yes it is a dream na why when na yeti koma na mbeka say for the $25 million contract ama ne baso onkonko penti wo artwork akola yi ba be ka kire mo say enye wo no onye contract bia na ye private companies na aso na se mo se mo mpene da mo ba ye mo ntimi fa contract ne me kire e wo he. But I know Kurano, me will problem with it. Precisely. If so, you're president bar, now call private individual, so we call pay sponsorship. Private individual or interest. It was the who sponsor.
Let them know.
O we nso a wochena wo munya asem na se be ya ban ne ma against them nti no and wo mudi huhu etitalo oil so be sponsor Sharaf by virtue of Sharaf being in close proximity with the president o mudi huhu be yama no so how are we accepting the norm say so be papa be your president all of a sudden that person can be going around soliciting for funds from it will cost money 2 million Ghana cedi 2 million 5,000 and you are using it as a yardstick because you for the
exactly so
ti Sharaf ne na mamemum Saddick ya Sharaf organize boxing eye kama it boxing for ne say me anka wasem it is even an affront ade we eyenim guase amamu ankasa as a nation omanya yetimu a your Ghana boxing authority your sports authority national sports authority your ministry of sports also say Ghana boxing authority national sports authority ministry of sports say huge national institutions omuntimi organize boxing just a Sharaf na ko organize
hypocrites
munye correct so enu aye say obi use state power e dia building ma e wrong and obi use state power e dia building ma yankia no ntum oko kan me nua Saddick say you organize be 2024 one and name say 2024 John Mahama was a potential president and don't forget John Mahama has become a president before and now coming so by virtue of so even former president in alone and no ma ye fra bibi aye influence peddling
precisely
what it one amoke kan sem hu no Secretary ko kan de nka bi da se Sharaf ye boxing ade no waye ade there's nothing wrong me kan kura me ka se nko waye ade na so se de na no mo ye ye no ye bu some the same question mo se mo nti bi da ade na mo nti bi da ma timi mutu bi na hwiama no because e Sharaf me and my Sharaf no nyo no ne me target I'm questioning aye de ye no say ya the papa ya to ade abama obi a all of a sudden abusuafo all near awura mamu onim Yankonkohwe video a President Mahama kire de ntia wo si Bukom Arena. Yankonkohwe. So you will realize that President Mahama ni vision and ye president won say Obama Bukom Arena abeye sports a year boxing for ni nyina abeye adwuma.
Precisely.
Instead so be use state institutions. Ghana Boxing Authority. Ghana Sports Authority. Now or they build this ade no. Or the neba na lead they build this ade no. And almost me question. Because they be why are successful? Yes, it is okay. Now a whole sports authority, Ghana Boxing Authority, and the sports ministry, Kofi Adams. Someone to me organize a year successful boxing match. And to me for Anthony Joshua Madia. And you most sure one Sharaf made the ministry. Some funubano. Omi asun kwa didi. Afi omo se mentivida.
Fire them.
Cause a Sharaf. The Kufuado Badie. Okobi a restaurant. Ni a trantro restaurant yesi 6 million wawan. Moha money trantro. Emi ajitum. Ya kind am say am pamene mo ya adwene. Kufuado ban mo ne na mama muom. If so ya sadia. Yan konko he code of conduct no ono Jomama na nkasa de bai. E da ne hwehwe Jomama video. A wo ka se de enti osi Bukom boxing arena nie. E se wo ye se wo pese wo promote boxing a. Make an na no ayimi agasa me nua Bukom banku. Ono so abeka bi. Asem na richi. Wa hwe ono wo ka no. Se mre bi obeka so ofili me pa. Eti wo ye no wani di matem. Omo maka no de. Ayite policy ni tiri ho se bosompani no odi di matem. Ani ase Joshua Clotte ni ade se ni e ba hwe katachie ni abo no. Anya de ehia ni. Joshua Clotte wo obo boxing nya millions of dollars. Want to me fa bia ma me promote Ghana boxing. Na wasuko no ma we wo nana na o say wo mra me promote Ghana boxing ma.
What a shame.
What a shame.
What a shame.
Joshua Clotte is one TB da.
Ne punk.
Ade no so ye per lasting solution. It was China say President Mahama bani ni ho a. Obi antimi promote boxing bio. Ni you use state institutions na ka boxers no mo ho atomo. Ade na make am monte ase. Ade na make am monte ase.
For pound.
Ade ba no. Ni en kan okure okure ni musa. Ade ba no. Dek.
Who is the mohini?
Enra na ye Kufuado ba. Ye nyina kaseti ai. And ye Sharaf. And I'm saying it's not even about Sharaf.
Never.
It could have been me, it could have been General, it could have been anybody.
Precisely.
So it's not about Sharaf.
Exactly.
But it is the idea here to Obama Ubia. All of a sudden, ne bush your phone ramuna. Yeah. Also, private institutions and a sponsor. It is Talo Oil. Now what's Saddick Adams who free this sponsor here? It is Saddick Adams can say can you mention okure? Say na wo churokrata ko Talo Oil la. Ombema sponsorship for sponsor na. And yen free ho for a second let's pretend say Jomama nye Sharaf papa ah ye president it is Sharaf we churokrata ko Talo Oil la agombe sponsor no even among kan okoresa. So by proximity to power, he is using it for other nyoma. Ya kan wasem say you wrong.
Exactly. So
se Kufuado ye na nya ene Jomama ba ya enye
Wrong.
Mosi yenke anu ntum.
that's what they know.
Ghana Boxing Authority. Saudi Anthony Joshua beba ya asem ketwa. And yen nyina yenko site ho. Dani, there is a video I made sure said you see Buki Anthony Joshua make appearance. Sometimes what charge even $2 million.
Precisely. So
$2 million.
all the people.
Before so, and I'm going to buy no the president free. They go free. Imagine this cash
Appearance fee.
Appearance fee. Or charges sometimes as high as $2 million.
Exactly. So
Na ya kase. Mun use state institutions no fanye. Most mun use state institutions. Ye ba me ya ba lidi. Anya de papa. Anthony Joshua wonye charity organization. Oh ye event na peso oba na manfo na ni be di akira. Said oba ye manfo na ni adi akiri. Nemo mun use National Sports Authority.
Exactly.
Mun use Ghana Boxing Authority.
Oh them.
Na munya nsem hunu no.
Hypocritical people.
Ajabe no. Sharaf so and I know Saddick Adams who no sports in the core reporter say Sharaf no we a footballer born wo Bobby way wo Bobby da bay and all of a sudden you champions and you be say boxing ko akira ono na eba beli na say that be you wrong.
Exactly.
You're wrong.
Yeah, state institutions in champion say be ya wo chena say Jomama ni aban mu a still an boxers in mo ho betomo be ka bibi aboa mu a mo beto and I'm saying this ya fra mo nti ya ka mo se dey ya ba hwehwe na ni abo no enye de ehia ni ahode kro na award ba hwehwe Okatakyie no abebo no fa kwaje ai titles bra and I got say me say me hwehwe Okatakyie ya bebo na no ehunura me ana ehunura okay, I'm so now you'll be destroyed now. Meaning why people are so fixated on being destroyed or being something must be destroyed anyways. Somebody must be destroyed anyways. Why do we live in a world where we feel so self-important? Say munyansem hunu na mutimi nuna obia. Sadi ya kan bi na no kire kufu ado aba. Sadi ya beka bi a kire mo. Oba ya wo de sharaf ne namu a utu kwan kura na at the expense of the taxpayer. Na de ne ka hoko. Meka ya na ojaye. Yes, sir. And we are accepting this nonsense. Abaye nya to abama abaye na president baya na ne wofa ase mabie foundation ne nana mabie foundation ne yire mabie oya so da bi private institutions na support me. Why them say private institutions because we are closer to power until no musuro support you.
Expose them.
Sharaf no anka say so onye president Mahama a oye president ba. Wo tworo krata ko baby obebua no. So o use so no anka sa ne position no. To intimidate people.
Exactly.
What's me yanka? Yanko code of conduct na president Mahama. I sure ya dem ministers. E wa bra wo no ani so. Yanko 1.5. Code of conduct. Yanko point 1.5.
Read it to them.
Ni reading kire wo. It was ministers more involve your families. Which will likely or is likely to conflict. Nemo mu di obama families and nemo memu. Which is likely to conflict. And when ya omo ne wo ba no didi agoro no. Enya oba no mo pe na asem. By virtue of the fact that oba no e papa ye president.
Expose them.
It is all kobusa omo bibia. Omo ni say. Cause one former president ba. Watching no. President Mahama make can say in all of these dealings on far phone Mfre will be introduced on the banner. Is that no influence peddling? Is that no influence peddling? Are you not using this opposition as a president to influence some of these things? If you come me yanka, they come me madapa. I'm someone come and so be come as and I hear the sharaf and will be tiano. But the sharaf for yede, men want to qua. But they are wrong. A kufado banner ye and they are wrong. Sakufano so no sin any swadi won so be ma creative art na koso nya sa it will buy na ne ba no so bua creative art and no cassette ai and then Mahama sin any swadi won so boxing oba ne ba na eligi and then the mo se me yan cassette muhwim
Mr. Dreamer
and they be no now you read the code of conduct Danny biamu ne read the code of conduct Danny biamu ne read the code of conduct. Now, what your code of conduct, Mamfona? Was a conflict of interest may be direct or indirect in nature. Your code of conduct, no. The president Mahama, the ministers, so was a conflict of interest may be direct or indirect in nature.
Precisely.
And may arise due to influence and power of the minister. The minister holds. So the influence and the power of the president is where Talomodi who sponsor neba. Yes, Montiasi, dear Montiasi. Pakawosi, when I make a dear Montiasi. Also may arise due to the influence and power of the minister holds, both in his or her sectorial responsibilities as a member of the cabinet. B, may be pecuniary, that is arising the minister's direct financial interest, or non-pecuniary involving a family member or close associate. So, a family member or close associate, it will be perceived as conflict of interest.
Let them know.
We are private individual. May per sponsorship. We are private in may per sponsorship. And you say we should continue as a nation with this behavior. Is that how we want to build a nation? After being a president to be our bar, the barba could pay BB keke. Well, and you're boxing. Instead, now no creative art. And then the way the boxing. But I could be a bar. One of the Yanis what to what you draws mama. As was one woman, one panty. It's a private individuals, moment sponsor. Have a more sponsor we are. When you're 10 million, no the more one see depend one kwakoye. No keep it the aka. So using state power to build their own children.
Precisely.
And most say no, me I accept it. Because me I am me. How is that I am here?
Never.
President Mahama is so generous. You want to be that. You want to be that. Obi a former president. Now also buy it. president. It's even when you're former president, enough to influence some of these things.
Precisely so.
It's your year in 2024. No. Oh, Saddick and Busa. Sharaf, when you're the Papa President Mahama, and Kaoba also be person that can't what kind of Korean you want to be? I want to go to the day. You can read 1 point. Identify the other one. You reading near Radi. Point 1.53. You can go read the Radi. What's the interest of family and personal friends? Public perception is critical factor in maintaining trust and accountability. And I'm sure President Mahama, the code of conduct. Also, public perception is a critical factor in maintaining trust and accountability in governance. It is a President Mahama Yahweh say public perception is a critical factor there. What does it send to the public?
Ask him.
Deck. I'm sure code of conduct. President Mahama the Troy. It was the ministers. They more than the bendiso.
Fire the president.
Above the law.
Also, a conflict may arise if a minister's family member or personal friend that derives or is perceived to derive. So it's not even about deriving, but the perception of deriving.
Exactly.
What President Mahama say? Minister or more family members, a conflict may arise if a minister's family member or a personal friend derives or is perceived.
Educates them.
It's perception in itself is enough. What's the minister's in this? Perceived to derive some personal, financial, or other benefit from a decision or action by the minister or the government. It will be the Is that not a perception? So we use government, After we see ministers in condition, what kind of country is this? Koto de Nebodwe. And until you train Triapia, a track at the Chiadapa, a mucha memadapa. Monfa intellectual firepower debate.
Exactly. That's what we want.
Monfa yes superior argument.
Precisely.
Na kwasiani abwana baga bigano watetana na ngadipa ntana ngonya dai. Oga masi wanim sai didi me matem. Onsia de.
Onsia.
Ogabi ontremba baga biga kan baga biga sa 16 years. No intellectual firepower.
Angels. Angel ben and no benanti.
Angel ne we nante. Me dear, me no na wo ye menua aye dia yi na yi wo ko kan me wasem na ho ye me hina me mfa course bi na be me mfa course bi ho hini say wa ko tena wo di matam ni ade I won't come in that lane with you koko sua de
precisely
sua na me kan ye no so there be when em border on conflict of interest na mo my border on this it borders on that it borders on this then you bring another argument I'll bring counter argument san ye ye no yes and end won sua wo have a bag bigger like you. And we've gone past that stage. I am above that nonsense. What I say? It's Monsieur dear. We me and me prove ya chremo. Code of conduct 1.5.3. Now we see interest of family and personal friends. The perception of people derived in the Quran is against the code of conduct. The President Mahama do any mabet me and nemu. Nemu ministers and manu amu nemu menenemu. No more. What kind of country is this? Sharaf, it's got nothing to do with you as a person. Let's get that clear. I don't hate you. Now you see me yupuku. For MPP. Yes, one also say you support a good thing. Why does me support a good thing? Mrs. State institutions were what I see usual. My governance here full load. More cheap governance in this country. You accept stupidity. Or in the name of say, Obi a tuaba mobia, the bush and phobia me abegumaya de umpibia. Near tuaba momo. Not because you people thought say a problematic. It was because Yaman and Amo benefiting. Tiafa Yamam Kwana made the same to know even worse. Eboa. Have you did me matter? That did ever stop me. Muntia. Munya na krokro ni ade no kwa ka no beboa mu a chen de moye no ehunhura Joshua Crotty o se ni di no muntime mu obi a ja no kan fa asem kona me akwan mama yam build institutions o china se Sharaf ni ho na President Mahama ni ho a boxes no be da survive
Sharaf just studying na
ave me na me kuma mo no mo sa kikansem hu no se if you don't know and you talk about boxing, now the boxing is a Kosovo.
Aye ne punk sabum.
One eye in punk.
Joshua Kloti.
Joshua Kloti me jai. Also grab me aboye. Boxers, no, you get this clear. I'm not against anybody helping you to promote. I'm saying we should use the right channels.
Tell them.
Let me go there say. Unti now say open Sharafa 70 and they make sense to you. Abu mianga sama bu awo na no obonyom. Until they make we ase. Na abu dia na anti ase. Yesi ya pronkuma egu nhire ne kura na etikuma kodu na beso abribra eti amemo ne hyase no de mo ye na be kire se de mbe ya akoto aso na mo kwan mo ma mo wo faase na mo nana no mu wurawura mu a ebe do ba bi o kanka ti obi an fana semonko enwura ne de munyai me sharaf de kura negdan so frame nka me jaika ne mo me hwe mo ho hinti masa betumu nchen mo bi enwura mo pa yitua sika mamu a wo paka wo se makan san bi na kwa jam kwasesem no mama wo nya sika you say week on week fele so fusku achi be homo ba mo bia di
Papa bi.
ti me bia djuma mama mo
One district 140.